My best friend a Seahawks player in my bed. He had bought a gun and I had to come in. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Moo's World. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to attempt to do a story time. Okay, now this is a little bit juicy, it's a little bit funny, kind of scary. Anyways, let's get into it. We're gonna start from day one, okay? So this girl that I'm gonna be talking about, we're gonna call her Sarah. I don't wanna use her real name because it'll give her away. So let's just call her Sarah. Sarah and I had met in high school in 2014, I wanna say. We had become close friends. We kind of played the same sports. So we were in the same circles and we just talked a lot. When we graduated high school, we were still friends, and then I went away to college and she ended up actually leaving the country, but we still were talking and we were still communicating on Snapchat and stuff like almost every day. It was about a month or two ago, she was like, hey, like I want to come back to the States, I want to come and visit, and like, do you know where, like if there's anywhere cheap I could stay? I was like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not too sure. I know hotels are kind of expensive, but like you can come and stay at my apartment. Like it's just me, I have space, so you can come. Like I can set you up a bed in the office if you want, or I can give you a bed in my living room. Like you can sleep wherever you want. You can sleep with me. Like I just pretty much opened up my house to her. Sarah had flown in and she arrived. I picked her up from the airport. I brought her to my home and kind of showed her around. We went to the store, did some grocery shopping, and came back, so she had everything that she needed. For like about a week or two, you know, we were good. We were getting along well, you know, like she wasn't a bad house guest. She cleaned up after herself. She bought her own groceries. She didn't buy toilet paper, I don't think, but she sure did use it. But she, for the most part, was a good house guest. A week and a half into her staying, I decided one night that I wasn't gonna sleep here. Instead, I was gonna get a hotel and spend the night there with some friends instead. So, you know, I had decided to do this and I didn't really tell her. So when she came back, it was like, I think towards the evening, so like 6 p.m. she was like, hey, like where are you, like why aren't you home? I was like, oh, you know, I'm staying at a hotel. And she was like, okay, so you're not coming back? I was like, no, I'm not coming back, I'm gonna be staying at the hotel. She was like, okay, bet. And so she called me and she was like, hey, Ramu, there's a really like creepy guy standing outside of my apartment, like, or standing outside of your apartment, like he's just walking back and forth, like I'm kind of scared, what should I do? I was like, he's fine, like you can stay on the phone with me. I think I actually saw him when I was there, like before I went to the hotel. Like I saw the same guy like standing outside on the phone, so I was like, you know, he's harmless, like he's probably just dealing with his own shit, like just get out of your car, park, and just walk inside, like we can stay on the phone together. And she was like, no, like I'm scared, like I don't want to go inside, like what if he does something to me, like what if he follows me? Bro, like it's not even nighttime, like it was like 6 p.m. so it wasn't even that dark. And she was like, oh no, like I'm just so scared, like I'm so scared. And so like we went back and forth on the phone, and then she hung up. She was like, hey Ramu, like I'm so scared to go inside. I was like, I just said her name. I was like, Sarah, I can't help you, like I'm not gonna come back just to let you inside my house, like you're gonna be fine, just go inside. So she ended up going inside. She finally goes inside my apartment and she's like, she sends me a text, she's like, hey, are you coming home tonight? And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be here, I already told you. I put my phone down and I go about having fun with my friends, just chilling, like making jokes, whatever, having fun. And so for like 2 hours I don't check my phone, and then I come back and I pick up my phone and I noticed that I had like 5 text messages and like maybe like 3 or 4 missed calls. And so I saw that it was Sarah, and so I like looked at the texts, and the most recent text had said, never mind, I'll just wait for you to reply or something. Like she was trying to ask me a question and she was like asking, and I hadn't been responding because I wasn't looking at my phone. So I opened my text and I saw that she was asking if she could invite a guy over to spend the night at my house. Or I texted her back, I was like, you cannot have another man in my house, it's my space and I don't feel comfortable having somebody else in there besides you or me. And so she was like, okay, I won't let him in, like I understand what you're saying. And I was like, okay, bet. I checked my phone again and she's asking me again. She's like, hey, like, are you sure he can't come inside? Like, he's already here. He's parked in the parking lot, and like I feel bad saying no to him and telling him to go home. And I was like, why would you invite him in the first place if I never said yes? Like, I know that I didn't respond, but no response doesn't mean yes. No response usually means no. So I don't know why she interpreted that as, sure, let me invite him over. But she had already invited him and he was sitting in the parking lot. Well, so first of all, I had tried to call her and she wasn't answering. So she wasn't answering, and already I was like, okay, what the fuck? And so I texted her and I was like, you can't have anyone inside, like he can't come inside. And she was like, oh, like can he just come in to use the bathroom? Like, I promise he won't stay for that long. Like, I will watch him, like nothing's gonna happen. And I was like, no, you cannot have him inside of my house. No. And she was like, okay, that's fine with me. We'll just go to his house. And, well, so I have a Ring doorbell camera installed on my front door. So whoever comes in or out, or whoever walks like past my door, I get like some kind of motion alert. I had realized that I had a motion alert from like 5 minutes ago, so I checked it. When I tell you guys how shocked I was that there was a man walking inside my apartment, my jaw hit the floor. I was with my friends and I was like, y'all, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Like, do I call the cops? Do I go there? Like, do I show up? And they were like, girl, you need to go there right now and get her out of your place. Like, this is not okay. Like, no. And me too, I was like, I was pissed. I was like, how could she invite somebody inside my home after she's told me that she's not gonna invite him in and that they're leaving and going somewhere else? Like, you lied to me, like, and you did it straight to my face. So I was like, all right, I have to pack up everything. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to go to my house. Like, I was planning on coming back to the hotel, and I did come back, but I left and I went to my house and I pretty much confronted her. I had my friends come with me, so they had parked, like, we parked like behind my apartment. I walked up to the door and I knocked on it. She didn't know that I was coming. Like, I was calling her, but she wasn't answering. So I guess she didn't know that I was on my way to my apartment. So when I got there, I hit her with all I hear is, 1 second, 1 second. And my friends in the car, they text me and they're like, oh, like, I can see her and him like running around, like trying to put their clothes on. And I was like, oh, I know you fucking lying. So I knock and she comes to the door. This is like 20 seconds after I knock. She like waits. She's like, 1 second. I just need to find my clothes. And I'm standing there like this. And she opens it. She like opens it a crack. And she just sticks her head out. She's butt ass naked, tits out, out, everything out. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at her naked, looking at me, and the door is like cracked open just like a little bit. Sticks her head out and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I said her name again. I opened the door and I was like, Sarah, what are you doing? Why do you have somebody in my house? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, he was just here for a second, like, I'm so sorry, like, it was on accident, I didn't mean to bring him in, but like, he came here and I was just scared, and I was like scared of that guy that was here earlier, so I called him to come, and like, you weren't responding, so I just let him inside. And I was like, listen, I don't really care about any of that. All that needs to happen right now is you need to put your clothes on and he needs to put his clothes on, and you guys need to get up out of my apartment and go somewhere else. And she was like, I'm so sorry, are you mad at me? Are you mad? I was like, don't worry about that, just wrap everything up. I'm not gonna scream, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I was just like, I just need you to get all your things and just get out. And she's like, okay, I'm so sorry. And so she closed the door in my face, in my own house. She closed the door and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there because I don't know what he has going on. He's a football player, so he's probably concerned about his own reputation or whatever. So I thought it was wise to not go inside and just instead give him a chance to get out. So I went back into my car and I sat there and I watched them leave out of my apartment. Maybe like 10 minutes later, they left and she walked to his car and he drove off, and then she followed him in her car and they were gone. So I went back to the hotel with my friends that night. I didn't go home for like 2 days because I was honestly just kind of like rattled. I was like, okay, there was another man in my house that I did not allow to be there, so I'm just kind of scared right now. And that's why I didn't like go back for a couple days. She sent me a text and she was like, hey, like, can we talk? Like, I'm so sorry about everything that happened, like, can we please talk? And I wasn't ready to talk to her, so I honestly ignored her for like a few hours, I think until like that night. I called her and I was like, listen, Sarah, I'm so sorry, but I need you to pack up all your things right now and get out of my room. Like, I need you to get out of my house. I need you to get out and not come back. Like, you can't stay here anymore. You're not welcome here. And she was like, oh no, like, I'm so sorry. Like, can you please just forgive me? Like, the only reason why I invited him in was because I was scared and he wasn't gonna be here for that long. Like I was just scared, and that's why he came. Like, he even brought a gun because I was so scared. And then I was just, and then I lost it. And then I lost it, y'all. When she said he had bought a gun and that's what he had in his backpack, because when I checked the Ring camera, I saw that he had his backpack with him. So when I had asked her, if you said he was gonna come to just use the bathroom or stay for a little while, why did he bring his backpack? And she said, oh, he had his gun in it because he was trying to protect me. When I tell you guys, the way my head was spinning like a demon, I was like, you brought a man with a gun into my home. I was like, honestly, I can laugh about it now, but at the time, y'all, I was ready to fight this hoe. I was ready to be like throw her down. Like, I was pissed. Like how? Like, you literally lied to my face. So after she told me that, I was like, bitch, are you dumb? First off, why would you even tell me that? It's only gonna make it worse. I was just like, you know what? It's cool, whatever, but honestly, I just can't fuck with you anymore. Like, I think this has been like almost 8 years of friendship, I think, but like, I can't fuck with you. Like, I can't, you blatantly broke my trust. I can't fuck with you. I ended up coming home the next day, and you know, all of her stuff was gone. She had left like some cheap ass vase of flowers or some little $10 flowers from Safeway on my counter, talking about, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I hope we can still be friends or some shit like that. And I didn't even read that shit. I was just, boom, garbage. Like, what is this? Like, you have disrespected me to another ultimate level. Like, I just couldn't handle. So since that day, I haven't spoken to her. I don't know, just not anytime soon do I see myself having a conversation with her, being friendly or nice or anything, because you just can't just like break someone's trust, especially when I'm letting you stay here for like free, like not charging you anything, like for like weeks too. Like, you're in my space and I'm not saying shit. And so I was just really hurt by that. Tell me what you would do if you found out that somebody who wasn't supposed to be in your house was in your house and somebody who they wasn't supposed to be in your house in your bed. In my bed. In my bed, y'all. I didn't even tell you this shit. In my bed. I'm just so disgusted at the whole situation and at her for who she is. And I hope y'all never ever do that to your friends. Do not break your friends' trust. Especially when you have good, genuine friends that give a fuck about you. Because a lot of people out here don't. So I just honestly will pray for her, because she needs God and guidance and needs to stop being digmatized by these athletes. Do you not have any respect for yourself? Like, honestly, Sarah, because I know you're gonna be watching this, bitch. Do you not have no respect for yourself? Ass. Invite another into my house when I tell you not to. Honestly, no cap, it might have to be on site when I see you. I know you're in another country, but it might have to be on site when I see you. And I know you're gonna watch this because you follow my shit. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. It's just so good to get it out. I'm just so glad I finally got the shit out, because I've been holding it in and I've been really wanting to like share this experience with others, so y'all can just be aware and just not be so trusting of people. But yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.